Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, in the continuation of tying up loose ends, Bobby just got a measurement of the diameter of these shock reservoirs because we got to order the mounts there. In the last video, I expressed the problem with this thing dropping down too low, the suspension drop. And I initially, what I did was I welded these stop blocks there that will prevent it from rotating anymore, which those work. And then we dug through some boxes. This one friend of my son's, a co-worker, gave us a box, a whole bunch of stuff for off-road cars, and he's like, "Dad, we got these limiting straps. Why don't you try those?" And I'm like, well, okay. I was kind of hesitant because, you know, when the shock compresses, then you have this dangling around here. But, you know, people that go much faster than me use them, so I think they'll be okay. CarTech is a big name. Yeah. They know what they're doing. So I'm not even worried about these stretching at all. They are the perfect length, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use those. If they did stretch at all, these stop blocks would stop it from rotating anymore. So look at this right here. Look at those for the reservoir. Yeah, is that a weld on? Weld that on and just clamp it. Yeah, put a clamp around it. Does it come with like a rubber dampener at all or anything? Like, okay. I'm sure we could. Well, we use a radiator hose. Figure something out. Yeah, no big deal. I'll get those on. Okay. So, the last video I was making up the new tie rods. And all the clearance is all working good here. I had a little problem with it binding there. And so I cleaned that up a little bit. So that has clearance there. Now, one problem with it dropping too low was that this right here, see that rubbage right there? It drops down so low that the spindle was rubbing on this and it actually would bind it. And what that was doing was, instead of the spindle being able to rotate, the steering with the power steering and everything was actually picking up one section here. But if let's turn this on, and we're dropped all the way down there, and see, it goes all the way. It does bottom out there. Once it gets there, because we have a little bit more steering action, it does do that, but it's going all the way, which it didn't do before. You see right there, that's hitting the stopper there, go this way, and it's hitting the stopper there. So we're getting total steering without binding with it drop down all the way. So what I am doing today, I got to repack these bearings. When I put this thing together, I never even put a seal on there because I knew all I was doing was working on this thing, so didn't prepare it to drive. But now we're preparing to drive, because come tomorrow we're getting the new injectors, and well, I'm convinced that's gonna work. How about it?
Yeah. Hopefully that'll work.
If not, the only thing left is a distributor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you have to buy a new distributor to get this thing to run? Yeah.
You'll see in the next video whether this thing's driving or not.
Yeah, the next video that Bobby does, we'll be driving this thing.
That whole engine, it's old technology. There's not even timing marks. Even if we had a front cover, there's no timing marks to make sure the timing's right. On the ABA, the timing marks are on the flywheel. There's like a little hole in the transmission bell housing where you can see if it's on top dead center or not, or 8 degrees, whatever. But we don't have any of that.
We have a different bell housing.
We have a different flywheel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get it going. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get to work. I'm going to repack these bearings, and you know, then we're waiting for tomorrow for the injectors to come in and make sure this thing's running.
Well, these the reservoir mounts should be here today too. So you can
Oh, cool. Do the reservoir mounts today, because we can't have these flopping around going over the whoop-de-doos. They got to be secured. They'll be nice. And I will be making a new bracket to go across here. These yeah, that's just 1/8 inch there. These are just temporary. I have a bracket designed to go all the way across, but I wanted to set up the front suspension so everything's working properly before I go doing the bracket on top, in case I had to make changes. So yeah, anyways, enough talk. I'm gonna get to work. We'll see you in a bit. Pretty dry. Yeah, I'm gonna clean these bearings up, pack them, and yeah, lots of fun. I'm glad I bought them latex gloves the other day. All right, guys, just a quickie today. Got the front bearings all cleaned and greased up, put new seals on there. Look at that beautiful seal there. Cleaned the brakes up a little bit, brake rotors. But yeah, one thing I neglected to tell you when I opened this video was I replaced CV boots the other day. Oh boy, what a mess it was. Yeah, still got some grease on the frame there. But yeah, the old ones were, you know, I don't think I ever put them on there, and they got a little bit dry rotted. So these came from the same friend as the straps, and I tell you what, They were a lifesaver. But that's it for today.
Yep, tomorrow I'll be
Tomorrow's a big day. We're gonna hear it run. We're gonna drive it tomorrow, aren't we, Bobby?
hopefully.
Hopefully. That's the plan anyways.
Hopefully it's not another long form video like the wiring.
All right, guys, everyone have a wonderful day, and we're gonna see you tomorrow.